Hello, dear friends. The first casualty of any war is truth. There is a constant wave of fear in the propaganda media. They will not be able to defeat the universal force that controls the material and spiritual world, which is the foundation of the creation and evolution of the universe, according to Hermes Trismegistus. Opinion piece. Psychological warfare. Europe in turmoil. Controlled through fear. The bribed press fails. The art of instilling fear. Fifth generation warfare. People have divine power. The world returns to balance. Don't be carried away by fear. Take care of your mental health. Spiritualization of human being. Europe will have nothing to fear. There will be great changes in Europe. This is going to be like a positive snowball. There will be a truce between Russia and Ukraine. Let's start. Psychological warfare is defined as the use of strategies designed to influence public opinion, destabilize an adversary, or consolidate the power of an entity through the control of information and emotional manipulation. Unlike conventional armed conflicts, this type of war doesn't use physical force, but attacks the mind and emotions of its targets. In short, psychological warfare seeks to break the will, manipulate beliefs, and direct society towards a pre-established conclusion without it perceiving the influence exerted. According to the Telosians, through Marie-José Achdinchou, Europe is convulsed by the decision of certain leaders who want, through relations with the USA, Russia, and Europe, to become the one who will have power over the other leaders and to demonstrate that they are the leader, the one who decides and directs the people as they see fit. Know that you have nothing to fear, they say. You will live for a few months what you lived about 4 years ago of your time during the supposed health crisis. You will therefore live for a few months a psychological war, so that once again certain governments have a new control over you through fear. What fear can be stronger than believing that a war will take place in the near future? Know that there will be a truce between Russia and Ukraine, and that Europe will have nothing to fear. Why are they telling us this? Because, quite simply, they are already substantive negotiations taking place in secret, but they are hidden from the people. Your leaders, feeling that everything is slipping away from them, are trying to frighten you by all means, to put fear in your hearts and to turn you into beings that can be manipulated at will. They need power to live. It is the purpose of their life. They need to run their country as they see fit, and not for the well-being of their people. The Telosians assure that in a short time there will be great changes in the management of some European governments. There are already great changes at the American level, but this will happen like a snowball that will cause many mutations and disappearances of leaders due to dismissal for their command posts. We have reached the point of transformation of the management of human life in each country. All this is part of the divine plan destined to make humanity understand that it is it, only it, that is the people who have within themselves the strongest power, the divine power. This power will never be extinguished, since it is within us for all eternity. We can make our life a life of peace, of serenity, of sharing love, and respect in your family, among friends, at work, etc. Don't be carried away by fear, because everything that is currently presented is manipulation to create fear in our hearts. Live each day with the understanding that life is sweetness, that the earth is beauty, great beauty, and fill your eyes and your heart with all the beautiful things that surround you. But to live this well, let go of the media, whatever they may be, because they are there, for the most part, in the pay of the rulers to increase fear in us. Nature is close to you to make you happy in what the source has put in your path of life, to make this earthly life the best in joy and beauty. The Telosians have the authorization to protect us at this time in the best way possible, but it is important that we do a work of purification of negative feelings in the heart, so that they help us more and more in the love of pure light. Or put another way, help yourself and they will help you. Censorship. Subsidized press falls to another record low in public trust, according to the latest Gallup poll. Thinking is a dangerous thing. It is like swallowing a truth pill. It can be easy or very difficult. No matter how easy or painful it is still the truth. Besant confirms we will go through a detox to usher in a new golden age system, but it will be worth it. Vice President Vance criticizes British Prime Minister Starmer for crackdown on free speech in the UK. Tulsi Gabbard denounced CNN as propaganda arm of intelligence community. Washington Post opinion editor resigns after Jeff Bezos pivots to personal liberty and free markets. US judge Ralph Trump and Rumble Media can ignore Brazil censorship orders. Romanian Georgescu banned from media appearances after being accused from attempted coup. According to Jim Ferguson, people are waking up across Europe. They don't need tanks or armies or ballots. Instead, they use fear, propaganda, and psychological warfare to keep the masses in line. It's fifth-generation warfare. British citizens are taking to social media to report being visited by the police in recent days in relation to ex-posts. Some have even been arrested for allegedly causing distress. Orwell is becoming a reality by the day. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a truly Orwellian society where there is absolute no freedom of speech, no freedom of religion, and no freedom of press? Asks Michael Snyder. You may think the rules you currently live are bad, but North Korea exercises complete control over the population. In that country, you can only choose a haircut from a pre-approved list, and smiling on the wrong day can get you sent to a concentration camp. Once you are sent to a prison camp, you will be made to work day and night until you starve or drop dead. The Spanish government decrees a press censorship worthy of a dictatorship with the approval of a media law which basically consists of shutting up dissidents who criticize the government with exaggerated fines. This law includes the creation of a state registry of media like in Franco's time, which will be managed by the National Commission of Markets and Competition, which will have broad powers to supervise and sanction media that do not comply with the new regulations. Digital platforms can be fined between 150,000 and 600,000 euros and can even be banned in Spain. Tolerating criticism is part of a politician's salary, said Felipe González. I don't approve what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it, said Evelyn Beatrice Hall in her book The Friends of Voltaire. Joseph Pulitzer said, a cynical, mercenary and demagogic press will in time produce a people as vile as itself. That day has arrived with press censorship. Opinions. Greg Braden and Nassim Haramein reveal shocking secrets about unlimited energy sources hidden in empty space that could make fools obsolete overnight. According to Kavanagh, Jesus didn't create a religion. He didn't go around telling people he was God. He said the kingdom of God is within us, that we are gods too, and that we will do greater miracles than he did. According to Dalbum, there is a high probability that EBS can be released unless Trump waits another 3 years, as he has to round up all the enemies of the state first before we get our benefits. According to Poet Dog, this is a closed shop. It's all fixed. Look in any direction and you will see people getting the result of their effort. According to Poet Dog, in the process of bringing the world back into balance, adjustments are made. These adjustments are automatic. A living entity that is balanced and harmony itself brings everything into balance and harmony with itself as it descends into manifestation. Soon they will come from the mounting strongholds of Akasha, Shambhala, and the inner realms of the causal plane. The servants of darkness will literally be blinded by the light, and their persecution of the world will end. It has happened many times before, and it will happen again. Hermes Trismegistus's phrase, "This is the mighty force of all forces, which surpasses all that is subtle and penetrates all that is solid." He refers to the universal force of or cosmic energy that underlies the creation and transformation of all things. This force is central to Hermetic and alchemical teachings, where it is understood as the principle that allows the transmutation of matter and the spiritualization of the human being. Interesting. Scientists create shape-shifting robots. A new chip advances in the suppression of mistakes in quantum computing. A Texas company lands on the moon in the first successful commercial landing. NASA will launch 2 missions to create artificial eclipses and study the sun. 1 million interstellar objects larger than 100 meters in diameter, originating in Alpha Centauri, are located within the Oort cloud. Working 120 hours a week, Elon Musk's new madness. The 110-year-old film company Technicolor closes. Solar storm alert. A large hole has opened in the sun's atmosphere and is directly facing Earth. An emerging stream of solar wind should reach our planet on March 9 and 10th and could trigger a geomagnetic storm. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.